I got to wipe away a few tears right here, Jack.
It's a great day.
All right.
Steelers won.
Welcome into the Paul Farrington Show. Paul, joined by Jack Weinberger, Robert Ziggy Ziegler up at Harvard University, and producer Zack, the best executive producer in the game, is here for an NFL Week 1 reaction, specifically here.
What are you so excited about, Paul?
I gotta bring some energy. I'm not happy about this.
You see Aaron Rodgers today, Ziggy?
Oh, jeez.
What's not to be excited about?
Dude, so the Packers here going to walk away with a big win. They have a huge win over the Lions, a statement win to kick off the NFL season. Guys, I thought Green Bay would lose this game. I thought Detroit would go in, and they've won 6 of 7 against the Packers.
You also never seem to win.
Maybe I'm just always wrong.
Seriously.
I was expecting Detroit to go in and do what Detroit does, where they just push people around. They run down your throat, and they enforce their will. And they've done that now against Green Bay for a long time. Not today. And that's why my takeaway is that the Lions just stink. That's the big... No, I'm kidding.
They looked horrible.
The Packers just came in from the get-go in this one. Looked unbelievable. It is a very scary sight to see the Green Bay Packers looking like this version of themselves. So we're going to get into a bunch of stuff. We appreciate everyone in the comment section right now. We're going to have a lot of fun on this episode, even though it's sort of disturbing. I know it's good to see the Lions look worse, but maybe not the Packers looking quite this good. So, Ziggy, we'll throw it to you first. Give me your main takeaway from the Packers' dominant win.
There are a lot of takeaways I have from this game, but you asked me for just one. Here is why I am scared about this game. Micah Parsons was probably the worst this week that he will be all year. They put him in for 25 snaps. He was out of shape. He was injured. And he completely took over the game every single snap they had him in, sacking Jared Goff to close out the game, forcing that incredible interception, a moment where I thought the Lions were moving down the field. Things are looking good. He obliterates an all-world right tackle off the side, is in Jared Goff's face, and sets it up for a brilliant Evan Williams interception. At that point, I knew not only was this game over, but this Packers defense is legit. This is as good a defense as the Packers have had in a very, very long time. And Micah Parsons is exactly as advertised. You put him in for 20 snaps. He's bullying rookies on the interior offensive line. He's killing guys on the outside. He's threatening guys everywhere he goes. This was it. This was the Micah Parsons homecoming game. And just the way he energized that team and that crowd, the fact that we have to deal with Micah Parsons playing most of the snaps into the future. If I'm Jaden Daniels, man, I'm going home. I'm forfeiting next game. I don't
Come on, man. All right. Maybe. Come on, Jack. A little overreaction from that.
Ziggy, did you dress nice in the button down to celebrate the Packers win?
I'm going to a funeral, dude.
No, what?
The Vikings can't win the NFC North after this.
He didn't know. He didn't know that. All right.
No. The funeral was the funeral for the Minnesota
Okay.
Vikings.
I was gonna say. That's why
it's purple.
That's why we're in
I'm
purple.
mourning my team.
Okay.
This division's over.
I was like,
that's
dude.
an overreaction, but come on.
I mean, look, we have Zach 2 times in a row for the first time in a couple of years. A Packers double-digit win. Rodgers looked great.
Yeah, the show's hot.
This is just a fantastic day for me.
Man.
What really was crazy is, the Green Bay Packers offense and Jordan Love, they were fine. Didn't turn the ball over. Love was very efficient. What do you have? 4 incompletions? 6 incompletions?
Yeah, he had 6 incompletions on the day.
Spread the wealth, mixed in the love. Yeah, you like that? Yeah,
I like that.
But it was the defense who didn't let one of the best offenses in football let anything get going. Jahmyr Gibbs, nothing. Dave Montgomery.
Yeah, we spent the whole offseason talking about Jahmyr Gibbs and how electric he was going to be, and he still might, right? We all think Jahmyr Gibbs is going to have a big year, but do you guess how many yards he finished with? Do you know?
30.
9 carries.
19.
9 carries for 9. I saw 19. Maybe we're updating in live time here, but
it was 19.
19 yards.
This also felt like a game where Green Bay was like, all right, enough of this nonsense. We're the best team in this division. Enough of this team coming in and beating us at home, and let's take care of business.
Oh, it definitely felt like a statement.
They came out,
particularly as the game wore, because it wasn't dominant right off. The Packers played well the entire game. No, I know, but it turned into a blowout. It really turned into Goff getting sacked over and over again. But there were moments there. There were pockets where Detroit had opportunities to come back, particularly the Brian Branch pick 6 that was called back. I know there was a penalty there. But Detroit had its moments, and Green Bay, we've seen times, right, where they've been in these games against really good teams where they've had the big turnover or they've had the long touchdown drive. But no matter what Detroit did, whether it was a long drive downfield, interception, there was always something that went Green Bay's way. They made a big play when they had to. There was a penalty to nullify it. And you didn't see that last year with the Packers. This year, for a team that was 0-6 against the Eagles, Vikings, and the Lions last season, to come out and just kick ass in week 1. I mean, guys, 46. The Lions rushing attack had 46 yards. When's the last time we've seen that?
I mean, also too, this and I'm taking nothing away. The Packers will probably come in number 2 in our power rankings next week.
Pretty high. Well, you have Pittsburgh at 1, right? So
yes. Well, as they should. They should. I don't think Green Bay wins at MetLife today. I lost my train of thought now.
I'll take over for a second here.
Yeah,
so we'll talk about Micah Parsons and the defense a little more, but this was the point that I continuously made this offseason, even after the Micah trade, right? You could be really excited about the Packers defense, the new pieces. Micah Parsons coming in is awesome. Matthew Golden at receiver.
I remember.
To me, it all came down to Micah Parsons lessened the gap from Green Bay to Detroit and Philadelphia, but it was about Jordan Love taking that leap forward. And it wasn't a leap he hasn't been to before, but getting back to that level he was at the end of the 2023 season. And when you start off the game with what was their first drive of the game here? A 12-play, 83-yard touchdown drive. Later in the second quarter, 2-play touchdown drive. The deep ball was there. Outside of that one drive where he had the 2 near interceptions and the pick 6 called back, it was just a great game from Love. And he looked healthy. He looked awesome. And I tweeted out at one point, this version of Love could win MVP. This version of Love could win a Super Bowl. And I wasn't joking around when I said it. That, to me, was the takeaway, is like, holy crap, the defense is there and Love plays like this. It's hard to beat this team.
Well, the thing about it is, like, this is the Packers offense that we were promised last year, right? 10 different guys caught the ball, none of them for more than 3 receptions, and that was Jaden Reed. And the way Jordan Love operated, besides a couple small missteps, the ball was going to whichever guy the Lions left open. You could see them getting frustrated in the secondary because you play great coverage on 4 guys. Jordan Love will just throw it to the 5th. Dobbs obviously had that great long catch. Jaden Reed had a nice touchdown. But no individual Packers receiver really dominated this game. I thought it might be a Matthew Golden coming out game. They didn't need him, right? They just distributed the ball efficiently across the field. Like, this is exactly the Packers team that we were supposed to get last year, and a lot of fans were disappointed that they didn't see. This is it.
Yeah, Green Bay seemed to come out, and this is what I want to see, though, the entire season going forward as well. Like, we were at last week when Miami played Notre Dame. We all had the same thought.
Come on.
Like, Miami came out with their heads on fire. Mm-hmm. They looked awesome in the first half. They won the game.
Controlled the lines.
Yeah, they controlled the lines. They won the game. But they looked like they had a special type of energy. Green Bay, I kind of saw the same thing. It's the home opener.
You can feel it.
It's a division rival. Micah Parsons, Matthew Golden's debut. And they played flat out awesome. But this is something I want to see. Like, we've seen their ceiling and they've seen the potential, but I want to see this, going forward. And if that's possible, this is one of the best teams in the league.
That's a great point too, because we talked about with Andy, we talked with Grossi, right, about consistency for the Packers and how that was a problem last season. They'd have these great moments and then you turn around and you have a stinker. Like, this is an opportunity now. Thursday night, you have Washington coming in, another contender in the NFC. We talked about the nightmare scenario for us as Vikings fans, right? Like, I'm still in a little bit of shock. I really thought Detroit would win, and I thought if Green Bay won, it would be a hard-fought game, like 20-17 kind of a game where you have a McManus field goal to win it. I did not see blowout. And now if you have blowout followed up by a Thursday night football win against 2 of the top 5 or 6 teams in the conference, like, oh my God, I don't... It's just going to have people...
Lambeau was rocking today, too.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, like... We knew this Detroit team, there were some questions, right? People wondered about the coordinators. People wondered about the players. This was not like a coaching gap. This was not a coordinator gap. This was the Packers coming in and out-physicaling them, out-dominating them on both sides of the ball.
Out-physical.
Like, Zach Tom was out for a lot of this game. I think it's very easy to forget that. Micah Parsons did more in 20 snaps than Aiden Hutchinson did all game.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's just that is what happened, right? Besides a sort of late hit on Jordan Love on that interception, Aiden Hutchinson didn't get near him. Other than like The receivers from Green Bay did a great job against the Lions secondary. Again, Brian Branch had that really excellent interception that unfortunately got called back. But again, besides really that one play, like, I don't know what you can bring in Aaron Glenn and like Ben Johnson if you want. If the Packers are just out muscling you on the lines, which is where this team has really struggled against Detroit in the past, what were the Lions supposed to do this game? Green Bay just came in and big brothered them like they have for decades.
No, but we hadn't seen that in a long time though. Like, with all due respectful of Lions fans here, they've owned this division now. They've owned the Vikings, they've owned the Lions or the Packers, and they've owned the Bears.
But that's exactly why this feels like a turning point.
I know it does. It really does.
That's what I was saying. The Green Bay came out and it seems like they wanted to, like, enough of this nonsense. Let's take this division back.
Yeah, and it felt earlier. So what I was saying earlier when I meant that the game didn't have a blowout feel was Detroit was going on these bit long drives, guys. I mean, I know they punted on the first one, but then 16 plays, 78 yards, 9.5 minutes off the clock, but only a field goal. Then they have a 13 play, 55-yard drive, 7.5 off the clock, interception, and then they come out of the third quarter with another 9 play, 60-yard drive, 5 minutes off the clock, but a field goal. So you have there 3 really long drives eating up clock, and you only walk away with 6 points. And that's where, to me, it felt like, all right, back and forth. You know, I thought Detroit was one play away from getting back into it. But from that moment on, the Green Bay defense completely settled in. And Detroit, after that opening field goal in the third quarter, went punt, 5 plays punt, 3 plays punt, turnover on downs before the touchdown drive at the very end. Like, it was domination from that point on by Green Bay. And that's when I'm sitting here watching the game. They're showing the highlights right now when Detroit was backed up inside their 5-yard line. Packers D-line just started kicking their ass. I mean, when's the last time we saw that against the Lions?
I saw Goff. Like, Goff was pressured pretty much every time he dropped back to pass the ball.
Crazy.
Like, he was uncomfortable. And the scary thing is, too, like, Jordan Love looked awesome. Like, he played a really good game. Like, the best, a game that you, as a Packers fan, wanted to see him play.
Other than that one, like, if that Brian Branch
should be interception.
If that Brian Branch play was a pick six, I don't know how this game ends.
Well, he played a great game, but the defense was so good. I think that Jordan Love could also even play better.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I don't think this Packers offense didn't, I don't think, reach what they could do in this game.
This was all had a bad game. I mean, he had a nice, like, touchdown, but by his standards, this was not a great game from Josh Jacobs.
Nate Hobbs didn't even play.
Look, a lot of guys touched the ball. Like, no receivers had over what? 40. What was the high receiver
for the Packers was
70 yards from Dodds,
yeah,
right?
68 yards for Romeo Dom, 2 catches.
Like, I still think that Jordan Love and this Packers offense can take it to another step.
Jack, no receiver on Green Bay had more than 3. Reed had 3 catches for 45 yards. Everyone else had 2.
That's what I'm saying. I don't even think the offense was close to what they can do either.
But after this wasn't it a weird way for this offseason to end and the season to start for Green Bay, where we had that first preseason game, they looked so sloppy, and then you had all the guys getting injured at the end of training camp. And it's like that Micah. It's like Ziggy putting on the damn jersey for Tom Grossi. Yeah, my God. What? Stop it.
He had it ready.
Oh my God. The moment that Ziggy put on that damn jersey was the moment they traded for Micah Parsons and beat the shit out of the Lions. Like, it has all been blue skies since you've done that. I'm not blaming Ziggy necessarily, but I'm just saying there are coincidences here that seem to be a little worrying.
I mean, all I can say is, to all these lovely fans watching our stream.
Yeah, we set our record, by the way. We're at 2,200 viewers right now.
Really?
We've never had this before, so thank you, everyone.
You 2,200 viewers, just wait till you come to Pittsburgh and get your bell rung by your old quarterback. Just wait for that.
Well, but I think, one of the things we were talking about in our preview show leading up to this game and during our power ranks and so on was like, can you put the Packers in tier 1 NFC contenders? And we said, you guys decided. I said they're right up there in tier 1. Paul, you said they're in tier 2, right at the top. They need to prove that they can move up to tier 1. Do you think they prove that today?
Yeah.
Like,
I need to sit down and think about it a little bit more. But coming into Friday, right? I think I had the Lions at 1, Eagles at 2, or I can't remember what one of those 1, 2, and then Chiefs at 3. We're gonna have to see what happens with Ravens and Buffalo here, but I'd be hard pressed not to put the Packers as number 2 right now. Maybe behind Philly. Like, who looked better? I mean, who has looked better than the Packers so far this week? No one.
I mean, me and Ziggy could have told you the Chiefs stink.
No, I know you guys did.
They're
it
out
was
of
just a preseason power ranking.
They're out of the top 10.
But right now, like week 1, has anyone looked better than Green Bay?
Steelers.
The Colts. No, sorry, Zach.
I mean,
That's
the Colts
crazy to say.
I'm sorry, Zach. Producer Zack sends a text.
Honestly, the Colts.
No, but they beat up on the Dolphins. That's the thing. The Packers beat up on a top 5 team in the league.
Well, and this is the thing is leaving week 1. I mean, up until this game, I felt like every contender had shown some struggles. I mean, I know it's just week 1. You don't want to overreact, but like the Cowboys almost won in Philly. The Chiefs lost to the Chargers in Brazil. You know, the Buccaneers really struggled against the Falcons. The Bengals should have lost to the Browns. Like so many of these teams that we've been talking about near the top, the Texans and the Rams, neither of them left that game looking all that good. The Packers clearly, like, they're going to be a trendy pick at the top of power rankings to start next week.
But it's deserved. That's what's scary. It's like it's deserved here. They looked really good.
Ziggy, I had the Browns money line today. I was upset.
Ziggy, there's a lot of people.
That game was theirs.
This is going to be the problem this entire season. If this is what it's going to be like.
Ziggy, how much to put the jersey on?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. This is going to happen all season now. We're going to have people coming in the comments like, throw the jersey on, Ziggy. Producer Zack and Jack are going to be egging on. Please don't wear that jersey.
How much to wear the jersey?
Well, it's not you wearing it. What do you care?
I don't. Ziggy is one of my best friends in the world. He's a Viking fan. It feels almost like
everybody's got a price, Paul.
Everybody's
got a price.
Everyone's got a price.
I can't lose him too.
Ziggy, what's the price?
We'll see. I'm not sure
there is a price. Everybody has a price.
Everybody has a price.
Dude, I feel like Ziggy to me, it's like I feel like if we're going Star Wars, it's like he's like my Padawan as a Viking fan, and I can't.
I would know.
I can't lose him.
Even Ziggy has a price.
Maybe he does. Maybe he does. Okay, so I wanted to ask you guys this as well, because we talked a lot about how great the Packers were, and we're going to continue about Green Bay in a little bit.
Going to glaze them a little
more?
I
do want to.
Oh my God! Imagine if you would have said you were Obi-Wan and he was Anakin.
I was thinking that.
That would have been so funny.
Why?
Because Anakin just turns to the dark side.
Yeah, I know. That's what I was alluding to. That's what I was alluding to. You can't Anakin me. Can you imagine like week 17 we're playing, or week 18 we're playing the Packers, and Ziggy comes into the room. He's just wearing a Packer jersey. He's like, I'm sorry, bro. Why would I root for your team anymore?
Stadium View Bar is probably packed right now. Celebrating that
there's
one.
A lot of Lions fans who are also listening right now, and people are gonna be begging Ziggy. You got to stay strong. There are a lot of Lions fans who are listening as well, and obviously, if you're a Detroit fan, you're leaving this game not feeling great. There was a comment earlier, I can't remember who it was. I'm sorry, who's just said I'm a Lion fan and I'm crashing out right now.
I'd be crashing out.
Yeah, how worried should Lions fans really be?
0.
Okay, because a lot of Lions fans are freaking out here.
You went on the road to the Packers and you didn't look good. It's week 1.
I think I think a lot of Lions fans are freaking out, but yeah, comfort them, Jack.
Like you literally, who do the Lions have next week? Like football is such a week to week
schedule. Hold on, I know they have Baltimore week 3.
They
have the Bears. They host the Bears.
It's a week to week reaction.
Right. Yeah.
If they lose at home to the Bears, you can start panicking. But if they come back and take care of business like good teams do off a loss, I think you're totally fine. Green Bay was so up to play this game. You could tell right off the bat. Detroit's fine.
They had a year for this game.
They've been circling this game for a year.
This game was circled for a year. Yeah, like let's show the Lions who owns this division. Like this was their early Super Bowl week 1.
I of course overreacted immediately when I said I'd be crashing out. I actually agree with you, Jack. I mean, week 1, we see all sorts of weird stuff in week 1. Like you go back to last year, like the Patriots beat the Bengals in Cincinnati. People thought this is going to be the Patriots' year. They finished with a top 5 draft pick. The Saints. Everybody remembers the ridiculous run the Saints started last year, like the best offense in NFL history, and it didn't work out. Similarly, teams sometimes struggle in early weeks and then go on to do pretty well. The thing that worries me a little bit is the things that looked bad about this game are the things I was already worried about with the Lions. Like the Bengals had a bad offensive performance this weekend. I'm not worried that Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase are actually bad at football. On the other hand, your rookie offensive line on the interior, right? You've got a bunch of guys who haven't started much getting absolutely eviscerated by Lucas Van Ness. That is something that worries me, right? The defense sometimes looking uncoordinated. The offense sometimes looking like there were communication issues. Like with how easy it was for Green Bay to just step in and outmuscle this team, those were concerns that we had going in, right? When our previous show of Andy, we said, what are you most worried about? I think everybody said the interior offensive line. Like, that was a huge concern. And it turned out worse than we would have thought. So that's the one thing that gives me pause to say, well, maybe it's not just week one. Now, of course, those guys are new starters in the NFL. They will get better as the season goes on. Tate Ratledge, you shouldn't give up on him because he had a bad first game. But it is worrying that the exact things you did not want to see out of this Detroit team, an uninspired offense, a struggling run game, a weak offensive line, came true.
You know, I hear everything you're saying, and I think we're all on the same page that if you're a Lion fan, it sucks losing to the Packers. Like any NFC North fan, if you're a Viking, Bear, or Lion fan, it sucks losing to Green Bay, especially when you go into Lambeau and just get railed. I mean, that happened. Like, it's happened to us a million times. And it's after having the 6 of 7 wins, right? Starting to get used to beating Green Bay. You own the division. It was a kind of a humbling game here. But the thing to keep in mind is, like, as you just said, Ziggy, there's a lot of moving pieces right now. This first game for the two coordinators, the interior of the line. The guys are just getting healthy again. Terry and Arnold left this game. I don't think he returned at any point. So there's going to be some growing pains in getting this Lion team back to a 15-2 season's crazy. Like, the Lions have been so good the past 2.5 years that it almost feels like every game they lose, you're kind of like scratching your head, right? I mean, the Lions have not done a lot of losing the past 2.5 years. You know, after that's all they've known. So kind of a snap back to reality in week one. I think they're going to be totally fine. This is the culture there is something that everyone always stresses. They're a tough team. They know how to recover. They know how to bounce back. The one worry that I do have, though, is there's not a lot of time. Like, you do need to figure it out fairly quick because you have Chicago next week. Let's say you win that. Then you got Baltimore, Cleveland. You should beat Cleveland. Cincy, Chiefs, Bucks, Vikings, Commanders, Eagles. I mean, that is there's not many breaks there. And I think they'll be fine. But you don't want the setup to be, we need to make a run at the end of the year. And I think they'll be okay. But it's just one of those, like, all right, you settle down, get the win next week, and let's go from there. I think they'll be totally fine.
It's a slap. Yeah.
No, go ahead.
It's a slap in the face early on. I don't think it's necessarily the worst thing in the world. To me, it's a bit of a wake-up call. And Jeremiah Jordan, I want to say, I do think we're better. We scored more points than you. So, yeah, we're better than Green Bay. Anyway.
I mean, here's the thing. Like, is if there's any coach that I wanted to handle this team after this letdown, it would be Dan Campbell. Like, you know, this Lions team is not going to get discouraged or lose their fight or give up on the division. We saw in Chicago last year, right? There was a pretty tough start, and like that just derailed the whole season for them. That's not going to be the case for Detroit. Of course, they're going to recover. I think Lions by 1 million against the Bears. I don't know what the spread is going to be for that game, but if I'm Caleb Williams, I am terrified to have to head to Detroit next week. Like, the Lions will, I think, ultimately be fine, but you know, their goal is Super Bowl or bust. You have to win this division. And the worst way you can start a year, the Falcons found it out earlier today. You cannot lose a divisional game to your team, to your rival. You can't do it.
Another area, though, is like that offensive line did not look like it used to. You know what I mean? Like, they had moments last year where they would just absolutely wear you down. In the second half in particular, Green Bay was all over Goff. I mean, we mentioned the rushing stats off the top. That is something that, like, we just have to monitor it, because the identity of the Lions was, we're going to beat the crap out of you, and you can't do anything about it. And if you take that away, they're vulnerable. And Goff makes mistakes, as all quarterbacks do, but Goff in particular makes mistakes under pressure. You know, sometimes he holds the ball a little too long if someone's in his face. Like, things happen. And I'm monitoring that because it gets me a little excited for what the Vikings D-line can do. Like, we got to beat Detroit eventually.
Well, look, it is hard. You go the whole offseason preparing for your week one defense, but it's hard to prepare in a couple days' notice with Micah Parsons.
Yeah.
Like, it's kind of thrown out of the blue at you. Oh, crap, we got Micah Parsons now.
Here comes Micah.
He was not part of our game plan this entire offseason. Like, to come out and lose the way they did is alarming. Like, to not see the end zone till the final 40 seconds of the game is, You're leaving this game like, shoot, like there's some things you got to work on.
We got our ass kicked.
Yeah, like there's some things that we have to work on. If this is a close, like hard fought in the trenches game that you lose by a field goal in Green Bay, these are two good teams going back and forth.
Hold on. I'm sorry. Can we just take a step back for a second?
Yeah.
Why is Micah Parsons on the Green Bay Packers?
Yeah, no, dude.
It's like I'm watching this game, right? And it's like you see number 1 lining up. It's like, why is Micah Parsons
Ziggy,
here?
I had the same on the drive when Detroit was backed up, and I think Gary had the sack on the first play. Romo like circled Rashawn Gary and circled Micah Parsons, and they showed Micah in just this ferocious looking stance like across from Sewell. I was like, what the am I watching right here? How is this actually happening? And I think they got to him again on the play, of course. But that's one thing. If you're a Packer fan, Van Ness played really well. Edrin Cooper had 12 tackles. He led all players in the game. All the dudes looked great, and that's the effect. It's not all Micah, obviously, but when Micah comes in, it makes the job for everyone so much easier, and especially along that defensive. Like Gary looked great. Wyatt had 3 quarterback hits. Van Ness, they didn't stop talking about the entire afternoon. Like it just everything flows into its natural state when you have that dominant edge rusher, and that's when I'm watching the game going, you gotta be kidding me! Like this is gonna be a problem. I'm just thinking of JJ McCarthy, like is his first division's the Lions, this Green Bay team, and Chicago.
I mean, when was the last time you heard Lambeau that loud? Is when Micah Parsons got that sack.
Yeah,
I mean, you have to go back to the Aaron Rodgers days to remember the time fans got that into it.
I don't know. Matthew Golden had a good little ovation when he caught that first pass.
Yeah, but it's like that. I mean, Matthew Golden. I mean, he had a fine day. I mean, he was wearing the Ziggy number 0. Of course, he had an okay day. But
so let's answer a couple of the listener questions.
Pittsburgh's louder than
Real quick,
Green Bay.
am I like the Parsons to the show? Do I make everybody's job easier being here?
I mean, that's a massive.
Is that? I think that's true.
You know, Producer, I would love to see you have a play for the show, like Micah Parsons had enforcement.
Ready? Watch this. Watch what I can do.
Watch
what I can do.
He does go.
That's an Aiden Hutchinson move. You're just like making an illegal play in order to get attention.
Oh, that's good.
Zach, I guess Zach is the Micah.
Right, yeah.
Pittsburgh's
we'll
louder
get to
than Green Bay,
these
by the way.
questions here. We're going to start with XX Zeppelin XX. Do you think the Packers were good enough today to beat the Eagles?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Eagle, I view the Lions and Eagles very similar in terms of like they both are teams that want to out physical you. They have quarterbacks. Hurts looked really good.
I mean, the Cowboys should have.
Hurts looked awesome.
Hurts is the best quarterback in the league.
I think that both those teams though
Cowboys
are top notch
Eagles.
and complete rosters. Green Bay today showed me that they're just as complete as those guys. Have just as much firepower, and now with Parsons, they have just as many playmakers on defense. I think Green Bay, it would be ignorant to not put Green Bay on the same tier as them after that performance. I mean, it would be insane. They just beat the crap out of Detroit.
I mean, to beat Detroit by really 21 points, yeah. I don't think that Philly's 21 points better than Detroit.
No.
So yeah, I would think you could beat Philly with this effort today.
We've got a lot of questions, and you're asking some version of, are the Packers scary now? Are you guys terrified of the Packers? I'll answer this one. Look at the title. I genuinely, like, this is not a clickbait title for us. We're not just throwing that out there. This Packers team, in my view, felt incredibly scary. Like, looking at them on the field, last year they had some good games where we thought, like, this is a solid team. They could maybe make a run. This game looked like Super Bowl contender announcing that they're here to stay.
Yeah, terrified is a good word, and you mentioned it off the top, Jack, that this should be in a perfect world for the Packers. This is like the floor, because Micah is going to get better. You're going to get Hobbs back. The receivers should get better as well. This could be a special year in Green Bay.
I mean, I cannot wait till Rodgers torches you guys. I cannot wait for that moment. My goodness, I'll come on here and it's going to be amazing.
All right, what else we got, Ziggy?
This Packer glaze.
Yeah, I mean, Aaron Rodgers he needed to play lights out to beat the Jets. It's going to be absolutely fine.
We're scoring points than the Packers did today.
So this is another question from Max Neumeier, a member. How many sacks do you think Micah Parsons is getting this season?
Oh, I mean, well, what has he had the past few years? Hasn't he come in at
like 15?
He's been like 14 or 15, but he's on a better defensive line than he was then.
I thought he had 12 last year, but he didn't play every
missed
single
4 games.
game. Yeah, I think Micah. So let's see. Over Micah's career, he's had 13, 13 and a half, 14, and then 12 and 13 games last year. I think you probably project him out to like 14 or so.
Yeah,
I think a little bit more. I have him more like 15 to 16.
I also brought up too on the last show, like the one small concern we had about Green Bay and the defense we were talking about was that was the secondary. If you had to pick a weakness, but having a guy like Micah Parsons, and when the defensive line is in Goff's face all day, that makes their job.
Secondary looked good too.
It did, yeah. That
yeah.
makes the secondary's job 10 times easier as well.
I was a little worried with Hobbs out for them that the cornerback room could have some issues, and for the most part, what did Goff finish with? Goff ended the day 31 of 39, 225 yards, a touchdown, and a pick. He threw the ball a lot, but I didn't think anyone crushed them. Jahmyr Gibbs had 10. Wow, Jahmyr Gibbs had 10 receptions for 30. Wow. PPR.
Awesome.
I didn't feel
it's because Jared Goff was forced
Yeah,
to
just
get the
dumping
ball.
it off. No one really had a big
he
day.
had no time. I feel like Goff was just, there was guys in his face the second he dropped back to pass the ball.
This is the thing, is Jared Goff is typically a very good quarterback under pressure. The thing is, though, is Jared Goff is very good under the kind of pressure where you're probably not going to get hit. And behind this Lions offensive line, Jared Goff could be pretty confident most games that even if a guy's sort of coming at him and it looks scary, you're not going to get hit. Once he starts getting hit, and this is something the Packers were very good at, the pocket's really collapsing, guys are grabbing him, he's getting thrown to the ground. That's when things start to get bad. And you saw that this game for sure. He's historically been one of the hardest quarterbacks to actually get your hands on. But if you're getting there, and the Packers were getting there today, it's over.
Let me ask this to the chat right now, because we got a lot of really pumped up people. Give me 1 to 10 how excited you are for this season right now. Give me 1 to 10. Give me 1 to 10 how excited you are. No, but I'm just gonna say, when you see these numbers roll in like that, this is the sort of thing that they've been waiting for with the Micah trade and Love getting healthy. There's that magical kind of feeling to Green Bay that I don't like at all. What other questions do we have, Ziggy?
That would be like us beating Baltimore 20 points week 1. Of course it's a 10.
Yeah, but I'm saying when you see
No, it's not going to put a 10.
The first one was Ben Hoffman goes 8.
So we've got a couple good questions here. This one's from Aaron Bowersock. Do you think the Packers leveled up, or did the Lions drop off with the coaching changes?
I think the Packers leveled up.
I think, yeah, like I said.
Detroit, I also think the interior line I didn't think looked great. I thought, the rushing yards was crazy to me. I think it'll take a little while for everyone to get healthy. Again, I said Arnold left the game, which is big. I thought this was a display from Green Bay's defensive dominance in the second half.
I thought Detroit looked pretty bad because Green Bay made them look pretty bad. I think it's
this was the Packers' individual players dominating the Lions' individual players.
This felt like,
and again, the thing is though, in week 1, you can never. It's hard to tell. We will know much more in a couple of weeks. If the Packers make the Washington Commanders look like this, there's no question.
I also do think, though,
and you'll be wearing Packers jerseys. Stop it.
I think that if this game was in Detroit, it's different. Again, I think Green Bay came out with their...
it was the perfect storm for Green Bay.
Green Bay came out with their heads on fire today.
But they needed to do that.
Of course they
right?
did.
You know what I mean?
Yes,
they've had some of these games where they've come out and they've looked flat. Or last year against Detroit, Love was really badly. And this is the other thing. When we look back on last season right now and the way people were talking about Jordan Love, remember when they played in Green Bay, couldn't move, and people are like, this is ridiculous. We need to go with
They were
Malik.
calling for Malik Willis.
People were calling for Malik in our live stream after the game, and we're like, guys, he's hurt. That's what a healthy Jordan Love looks like. And that's why I think it's going to be a problem, is we have the Packers, as Ziggy said at the top, looking how they should. Okay, Ziggy, what else we got? Any other good questions in the chat?
We've got a few questions from super chats. We've got a lot of questions asking if I'm putting on the Packers jersey.
Wow.
I appreciate the support, but
fold. Come on, you got to fold.
No, don't fold. Stay strong, Ziggy. Stay strong.
People are liking the beard, Paul.
Really?
Yeah, people are loving the beard.
You know, it's actually kind of funny, guy. I don't know. Every now and then someone will come up and be like, "You really got to clean that up, man."
It is.
But then I have
in.
other people who come
It's
over and
filling
they're
in.
like, "It looks pretty good."
But here's a question from
keep it around.
JK Zarada.
Depends on the day.
How upset are you going to be, Paul, if the Bears beat the Vikings tomorrow night?
Oh, I'm gonna be so upset.
If I'm a Vikings fan right now, I'm sitting back and saying, maybe the Lions are down a little bit. maybe it'll be tough to win the division if the Packers play like this, but I'm starting to see a little opportunity to sneak in there and take one of those wild card spots.
Little door. No,
If the
no.
Bears beat us tomorrow,
hey,
the season's over.
Hey, Ziggy. We were 14-3 last year, my man. Like we don't have to be talking about a wild card. Like
we were 14-3 last year. So we won the division.
Yeah,
I don't want to hear you saying that means we don't have to go for a wild card. We got a wild card last year.
I might
enough.
actually
We
be
win
more.
14 games and the Packers win 15.
I might be more upset than you guys if the Bears win tomorrow.
that would be. I've been walking around since like Thursday. Ever since football started, all of a sudden I get like, right when the season starts, you get that little burst of energy. You get excited again. And I've been thinking, man, I just can't wait to see. Like, I have no idea what J.J. McCarthy is. He's a mystery box. Like, he could look awesome. He could look terrible. I have no idea. And as we've gotten closer and closer to Monday Night Football, I've been just driving randomly, and I'm like, man, I can't wait to see how this kid looks. Like, man, I'm excited. And I just know in the back of my mind, I just know it's going to be a disaster. But I'm holding on to some hope. I can't wait for Vikings-Bears.
I mean, the Packers would have beaten you guys today by 20 points also.
Oh, we were lucky. I think it's awesome from the NFL having the Packers and Lions in this game and the Vikings-Bears on Monday Night Football. I think it's the perfect start for this division, especially this season. If we had gone into Green Bay today, it would have been a disaster.
Yeah.
Like Chicago's a good matchup for us week one because Caleb's got kind of the same issues that we have where it's like, all right, he's got to figure it out, new system. Let's pressure him, make mistakes. If JJ was walking into this, just hellhole in Green Bay this afternoon, Micah would have had like 6 sacks. Gary, it would have been terrible.
What if Rodgers came in, lights him up?
No, Rodgers
just carves him up.
You got to be pretty happy.
I'm super.
You got to
happy.
be like on top of the world.
Oh, I thought Rodgers was awesome. I mean, we scored 34 points. He had 4 touchdown passes.
I thought you were in a lot of trouble early.
Great.
Yeah, Rodgers played awesome.
Were you down? Was it 19-7 at one point?
19-10.
19-10. I thought you guys were in a little bit of trouble.
Then it was 26-17, but went right down the field, got a touchdown. I think our defense is going to get. I don't think it's a Steelers show, but
no. We can talk. Let's talk a little Steelers and Jets. We'll get back to the Packers and Lions in a second.
I think the Steelers defense looked horrible. Like the Jets went right up the field. Like the Jets look pretty good offensively too.
Look, I tried to tell you guys, Justin Fields is elite throwing to his wide receiver 1, and he's elite rushing. And what did he do? Incredible passes to Garrett Wilson and incredible rushing ability.
Well, Garrett Wilson, you mean Jalen Ramsey's son?
It was a very Steeler. That ending of the game, Jack. I was watching it, thinking, and I said to my brother my brother Matty, I said, what a Steeler type of game here. When you're driving down the field for that 60-yarder, and Boswell's a beast. Yeah, I mean, we talk about him as an MVP guy jokingly, but he's a beast.
I'm not joking when I say that.
When you had that, I always we talk blue sky franchises on this show all the time, right? There are 2 of them. There's the Packers and there's the Steelers. Maybe you could add in recently the Chiefs have been, but if we're talking all the time, it's the Steelers and the Packers. And when you had that little slant to DK that bounced off his hands, bounced off another Steeler receiver, and then landed in his arms for a first down, I looked at Matt and I was like, you got to be kidding me. Like, you guys had that 60-yard field goal, then a clear first down where Ramsey made a great play. But, like Wilson drops it there.
Ramsey leveled him.
Oh, no, he destroyed him.
It's not like he dropped the ball.
He destroyed him, but I was just laughing. I was just laughing at the end of the game. Like, it was that would happen to the Steelers, and that would happen to the Jets.
I mean,
right?
Yeah, it's funny, but yes.
But they deserved everything. I mean, amazing kick, great play by Ramsey.
The good thing is this wasn't a game we won like 13-9 like I'm used to, where our defense is great and our offense just sucks. Like, I'm not concerned about our defense going forward. But the offense under Rodgers looks good. Like, if the defense.
When was the last time the Steelers had a quarterback throw for 4 touchdowns in a game-winning effort?
Ben Roethlisberger in 2015.
It was forever ago, right? And this was Aaron Rodgers did not scam his way into these touchdown passes. This was like prime back shoulder fade Aaron Rodgers.
Oh, he can still throw the football.
No, the one throw it was to Calvin Austin in the end zone, rolled out, flick of the wrist. Like, that looked like prime Aaron Rodgers.
It was an awesome game. It was a lot of fun to watch. If you had told me coming into this afternoon, though, that the Jets, that Fields would go throw for 218 yards and a touchdown, no picks, and the Jets would run for 182 yards, I would have been like, it's a tough afternoon.
The Jets came out and hit us in the mouth.
Yeah.
Like, we couldn't stop them.
But you responded well.
Yeah.
And I mean, you guys kept, it was 34-32. Wasn't the over under like 40?
Probably like 20.
Yeah, I thought it was the lowest one of the entire weekend.
I'm not going to overreact too much to week 1, but Aaron Rodgers proved me wrong this week. He showed that he can actually still definitely play high-level football.
But does that
I do want to take this back.
But again,
Go
though,
ahead, Paul.
I just want to ask you, Ziggy, does that change your view of the Steelers as an AFC contender to some degree, or do you still think that they're kind of in that same, like, yeah, they'll probably be a wild card?
I still don't think it's going to be consistent enough to get it done. I'm still not sure we're going to see a whole season like this from Aaron Rodgers, but at least he played good football for a game.
There,
All right, go ahead.
there was a huge misconception that this was like some big-time Justin Fields and Jets revenge game. But this was more of an Aaron Rodgers revenge game than Justin Fields and the Jets. Like, Aaron Rodgers was told to his face by Aaron Glenn, "You're not part of our plans. We don't want you. Goodbye."
Yeah.
And, like, nobody was talking about that.
They both played well, Fields and Rodgers.
We turned them having Aaron Rodgers for an in-person conversation to say, "Sorry, we're moving on," is a sign of disrespect.
I mean, the way that Rodgers talks about it.
Aaron Rodgers would take anything as a sign.
Rodgers came out today and said, "I am so happy to be everybody involved with the New York Jets." I mean, but again, though, this is similar to what I said about Green Bay. Rodgers looked awesome, but this is really a game that Rodgers really, really, really wanted to win. Like, I want to see consistency. Like, pretend that every week you're playing the Jets. Like, don't lay an egg now at home against the Seahawks because you're not playing the Jets.
Packers and Steelers is going to be awesome.
It's going to be.
That is going to be a great game. Go ahead, Ziggy.
There's a game that someone who sent the super chat wants to look forward to. They say, after this game, do you think the Thursday night game, Packers versus Commanders, how much more importance does that take on after seeing what the Packers did today?
I actually don't think it takes on more importance. Had Green Bay lost, then I think it really would have been the Packers, because we've talked about it ad nauseum on this show. The NFC North schedule is just an utter disaster this year. And we said if the Packers came out and lost to Detroit, it's not a must win, but it's a, like, you got to get your feet in the right direction by beating the Commanders. So I actually don't think it's more important, but now I think it's set. If they win, then I think we start talking about this being a, like, magical year potentially in Green Bay, because then you have the Browns, you're at Dallas, you could win that, you could beat the Bengals at home. Like, there's a realistic path here to the Packers starting the year like 6-2, and when you start getting in the 1 seed conversation with that defense and Love healthy, things can get really, really good really fast in the NFL. So that's where I look at it as, okay, they're fine.
I mean, I think the game against the Commanders is super important.
Oh, no, it's very important. No, it's not important. But had they lost, it would have been a bigger
Yeah, but
deal.
I also want to see, like, that you just weren't out of your minds to play this one game.
Yeah, that's a consistency
It's
thing
like
we've been talking about. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's, it'll be on a short schedule. You still won't get, and the Commanders are a very different team than the Lions too. But I will say, if the Packers win that game, like, it's the the Packers get to play every NFC contender this year. They get to host the Eagles. They get to play the Commanders. They get to play the Lions. They get to play the Vikings. Like, every real NFC contender that there is, the Packers get to play them, tier 1 and tier 2.
We got.
Wait, why are you guys
Are you
smirking?
going to let me get away with putting the Vikings in there?
Well, I was laughing.
Wait, what? Everyone's smirking at something, and I'm not quite sure what's going on.
I saw there. We got a comment from his name is Austin Running, and he said, "Imagine Prime Rodgers on this Packers team."
Yeah, that would be. Oh, no.
Now we get a little spoiled out here, Austin.
Yeah,
now we got a little
come
spoiled.
on, let's be reasonable.
I want Prime AB on the Steelers team now. Too.
Let's be reasonable right now.
But in any case, like, isn't it nice? Like, the Packers will get to decide whether or not they get the 1 seed. They get to control their destiny. They get to play all the big teams. But that also means they have to be consistent week in, week out. Right? Last year, some of these NFC North contenders, they got to, if you played well in your couple really big games, you got to play a lot of NFL bottom feeders. This year, it's going to be different. Like Green Bay has to play Cincinnati. They have to play the Eagles. They have to play the Commanders. Now, you get all those games at home, which is nice.
Well, since he's not an NFC contender, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, sure. You get to play all the NFL contenders for the most part.
I think
Cincy's a really good
sucks.
Yeah.
You get to play the Ravens at home, right? Like, you get to do it, but as Jack said, it's week 1. We need to see more consistency out of them before we can crown them number 1 in the NFL. But, like, this did not feel like a fluke. There was no one individual player that had an incredible performance where I thought, like, wow, they dominated this game.
It was a real team effort.
Yeah, and that means, like, At some point, Micah Parsons is going to have a better game than this. At some point, Edgerrin Cooper is going to have a better game than this. At some point, Jordan Love is going to have a better game than this.
I think, and let me know if you guys agree in the comment section right now. I think this is the Packers' biggest win since the Cowboy wildcard game. Like that's as far as the magnitude of it. I would say the post-game joy and the optimism of the fans. I think that this is the most confident that the Packer fan base should be post-Cowboy win.
Well, yeah, I mean,
like there was no game last year that felt anything like
this. There's nothing last year.
There's not even close. Like we had the Thanksgiving game where I'm sorry again, Zach, I'm not trying to do this on purpose, but Thanksgiving when they just beat the shit out of I'm sorry for cursing. They beat up the Dolphins. Like that was a great win for them. Malik had a couple big wins.
At that point, that was also pretty expected. It was like November, Miami.
Yeah,
going
and
to
we sort of knew that Green Bay was good, not great. This game to me was that wow, that they could be that team this year.
The way they won, too.
And every year you have these, every single year, and that's what's so awesome about football is that you could have an amazing season and the next year not be very good, or it always seems like there's a new top dog in the NFC at least, right? The AFC is dominated by the Patriots and the Chiefs. The NFC, you have a year where the Eagles are great. You have a year where the Vikings are great. The Cowboys, the Niners, like they all trade places.
The Vikings are never great. They were great one year.
Dude, come on. We've had 13 wins or more in 2 of the past 3 years.
You get out of the first
But we've
round.
never been that. We've never been that team really since 1998. Even in 2009, the Saints were that team. This was the first game for Green Bay in a long time now, as far as Packers standards are concerned, where it was like we could be that team this year.
Yeah,
and I think they'd agree with me in the comment section. That's the vibe I'm getting. It's like, oh man,
look,
it could be their year.
Going back to a game like Miami is a game like you should win, you're expected to win. It's like if you lose, you're disappointed. But Detroit and Packers fans won't admit this. Probably half of Packer Nation thought this was a game that they were going to lose.
Even if they won't admit it, they thought they were going to lose. Yeah.
Yes.
Well, I thought they were going to lose too. Like, you know what I mean?
Didn't.
As a neutral. Oh yeah, but.
No, I don't want you to say it's because I was biased when I was dead right.
I know. I didn't say anything, Ziggy. I just looked at you.
I know exactly what you're thinking. We've done this show too long.
No, it was the kind of game I think that really gets you pumped up if you're a fan. Do we have any more questions in the chat there? We'll probably take this up to right around the Sunday Night Football kickoff.
One question.
I've
Where can I send you a Micah Parsons jersey? Not a chance. I've already gone too far on this. So it's
Do we want to tell people about the Pick'em League and stuff like that while we're in the chat?
Yeah, I mean it might be a little late. It might be a little bit late.
Week one. It's only week one.
Hey, look, if you still want to join, we have our Pigskin Pick'em League for anyone.
See how I did.
Yeah, for anybody who wants to follow along on ESPN, follows the show. We'll have a prize, a PFS merch bundle at the end of the season to the winner. So go ahead and go over to ESPN, Pigskin Pick'em, Paul Farrington Show. And actually, you still have time now. If you really hurry, you could join the Survivor pool if you're a member. You have to join that channel. Go to the main channel page. You could hit join to become a member.
There's no way it's too late to join the Survivor pool, though. We'll probably have another one.
Well, no, you could join in on that. You could pick the Bills, Ravens.
I guess you could.
Vikings or Bears.
You could pick the Vikings.
You could ride with the Vikings.
The Vikings are losing the Chicago Bears.
But if you're a member, that is free to join, and the loser gets a jersey of their choice. So it could be anything you want. Sign like last name. We'll sign it if you want.
The Ziggy jersey's given out
guess Jack Weinberger's guess Jack Weinberger's current record week 1.
How many games have we played now? 14. 12 and 2.
14-0.
10-4.
Oh,
10-4.
That's not bad, Jack. That's not bad.
I remember I forgot
also,
to set my
if you're still sticking around watching this and you haven't yet, click that like button, click that subscribe button. We're always looking to grow. There's going to be reacts after almost every single NFC North game and probably after every single Packers game. So if you want to be with us Vikings fans as we deal with whatever this season is going to be.
That was a long pause there, Ziggy.
Here comes some bots.
This game has me wondering if this is going to be a long, brutal season for us.
You know what? I look forward to football so much every single season. Like by the end of the year, we're exhausted, right? It's a lot of work doing all these things.
I'm already
a lot
exhausted.
of games. But then rolls around like late July and training camp's going, and there's the optimism. Preseason comes and you start getting that itch. Like I need football, and most years, it's like, okay. Like last year was an amazing football season for me. This year, I just been smacked in the face. Notre Dame loses to Miami, and the Packers look like the best team in the league. I was like, oh my God, it can't be another year like that. If the Vikings lose to the Bears, guys, it's going to be like the worst possible start.
I mean, there's I think the Vikings.
No, they very well could.
Honestly, might.
I'd be crazy to be sitting here saying we're going to go in and beat the crap out of them. We don't even know what McCarthy is.
The Vikings actually might lose that game.
The trend right now, is very negative for Paul and Ziggy. So we need this win, man.
I mean, I've had a great day.
Oh, you've had a phenomenal.
I've had
day.
a great couple of weeks.
Yeah, it's scary time.
I had a great day too, guys.
Oh yeah, guys. Producer Zack sends a text, and
Jonnu Smith.
He's just like, I'm done with Tua, man. He goes, I'm just done with it. What was the score? What was the final score of that one?
His anytime touchdown.
Wasn't it 33-0?
No, they had 8.
33.
They had 8.
There was the last second.
gosh.
It's okay.
8-point score.
It's okay. We don't have to talk about it.
Well, it's cold in Indianapolis. Dolphins are warm.
HN had to get that touchdown for fantasy
Hey,
purposes.
Ziggy, is there a world where we could regret letting Daniel Jones go?
No.
22 for 29, 272, a touchdown.
Against the worst secondary.
26 on the ground,
live.
2 touchdowns.
I cannot believe it. I'm pumped to see order being restored and having my team as the best team on this podcast, like how it should be.
Oh, stop it.
Oh, we could bring it back too. Razul Douglas
Razul Douglas
played pretty well.
Someone goes,
Good
Tua
question from
sucks,
Weekly
man.
Joker. Could we get a Paul Farrington show game of NFL Street at some point in the upcoming offseason?
Oh, yeah, I could clean up on Ziggy. I have no problem. I have no problem.
If you think my football mind is good analyzing the NFL, wait until you see my mind analyzing. Paul will just steal my strategies in NFL Street and execute them worse than me and sometimes win because my strategies were so good.
Who do you think?
That's the only way Paul could win.
Who do you think would be a better superhero, me or Ziggy?
I'm a supervillain.
You're the villain.
Ziggy does have.
Vikings are going to drive me to supervillainry at some point or another.
What would my superpower be?
Jack's superpower.
Yeah, what do you think my superpower would be?
Speed. Super speed.
Super speed?
Certainly.
Like run around the world in like 3 seconds?
Yeah. Maybe faster. Ziggy's would be like.
No, Ziggy would be a villain.
No, Ziggy's like Professor X.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Ziggy's. Yeah, I mean, look at him right there. 100% Professor X.
I also see some Dr. Evil.
But
vibes in
Ziggy
too.
wouldn't be a villain though, because he has a great moral code. His moral compass is very strong.
Paul, you don't know what I would do for a Vikings Super Bowl.
Oh,
so
well,
hold
maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong there.
Dolphins should huck Tua.
I was looking through the rest of the schedule, be like, oh, what could be another good game to talk? But there really wasn't. I mean, the Packer game was
a terrible slate of games to start the week. I mean, I enjoyed the Falcons-Bucks game.
Yeah. Now I thought Atlanta. How often do you see Younghoe Koo miss a game winner or a game tying? Like he doesn't usually miss those. So I was surprised there. Hey Ziggy, how about a Mecca Ibuka, Ziggy? How about a Mecca Ibuka?
Hey, nice game from Ibuka.
I drafted Ibuka in every fantasy league, and Ziggy goes, too much stock in Ibuka, man.
I'm gonna stick with it. One good game does not.
Solid start. I thought Atlanta. Now, did you guys have the takeaway?
Oh, the Joker.
What?
I like the Joker.
Oh, Ziggy.
Jack should have zero say. He's a Joker. Oh, a Joker, not the Joker. Oh, you teased me.
Do you think that Atlanta Bucks game made you feel more confident in Atlanta? Did it make you feel more confident in Atlanta or a little worse about Tampa, or neither?
I mean, I had the Falcons winning that game, so I feel a little bit worse about the Falcons than I did. But Michael Penix can play football. He had some great plays that game. I think this Falcons team is legit. The player I'm really worried about after watching this game, honestly, is CJ Stroud.
Yeah, the Texans, 9 points, 19 for 27, 188 yards and interception.
Yeah, we were talking like
not good.
For CJ Stroud, somebody who had high expectations last year, kind of underwhelming. This was a nice benchmark to see where he's going to be at against a good Rams team. And
the offensive line is such a problem.
And their center was carted off. Did you see that? Yeah. Their center was carted off today too.
When it rains, it pours.
Houston's defense, if you came into that game against the Rams and said the Rams scored 14 points, you sign up for that any day of the week.
I would have bet a lot of money on the Texans to win the game.
No, and it's starting to become a real problem now. The offense it doesn't look what?
Jack would be the Riddler because everyone's always wondering what on earth he's saying from Jonathan Exler.
I love Jonathan Exler. He's my #1 fan.
I just think that the AFC right now, I don't even know. I actually don't. I was gonna say like the Chiefs look bad. I thought the Chargers looked really good on Friday. Herbert was amazing. Who right now to you guys is #5 quarterback in the league?
Aaron Rodgers. I'm dead serious.
Jordan Love.
This Jordan Love. I think it has to be Herbert right now.
I would rather have Rodgers than Love for this year. 100%.
Really?
And like everybody,
Man, you're a like grade A rage baiter.
everybody in this chat would agree. They would take Rodgers back this year 1,000%.
Who in the chat right now? Who's your? Let's assume ready, and maybe I'm wrong here, but let's assume you have Mahomes, Allen, Burrow, and Lamar as four of your top five.
You see what Rodgers did with like Calvin Austin and Jonnu Smith? Imagine him with Golden and of course they'd sign up for Aaron Rodgers. Rodgers is better than Love.
I mean, DK Metcalf's a better receiver than anyone on the Packers.
Yeah, the Packers have like 4 solid receivers who Rodgers would be amazing with.
Well, but this is I think actually it's not as obvious as that, because we saw last year those receivers left to their own devices can really, really struggle. Like, they need Jordan Love to bring things alive for these receivers to work. And I think part of why I was so impressed with the Packers game this week is that actually happened.
Man, you pissed a lot of people. People are saying no effing way, and people are writing, Jack.
If we traded Rodgers for Love this year, as a Steeler fan, I'd be pissed.
Just for this season.
Yes. Like
All
this
right.
one season, I'd rather have Aaron Rodgers.
That's not a crazy take.
No.
Like, that's not outrageous.
Like I think Packers fans won't admit it, but they know I'm right.
I think going back to the top five, yeah, just thinking this through a little bit more, I think Herbert is the
Packers
clear
fan,
cut.
I'd take Rodgers this year, Mark.
I think it's the clear cut number 5 would be Herbert at the moment. Daniels is hovering in that area. I actually thought Dak
Stafford
played
had a good game.
Yeah, he got going a little later. I thought Dak played well. I actually thought Hurts was amazing. I thought Hurts had a really strong game on Thursday night. He has this ability on third down, and I think the Eagles actually had pretty bad third down numbers last year. I'll have to double check, but Jalen Hurts with his legs on third down just always makes a play. Like he always finds a way to get the job done. What's the super chat here from Demise?
You see that one?
I just wish Reed hung onto the deep ball so Love was over 200 yards. I wish LaFleur would. I wish LaFleur would run the score up one time. Also, Rodgers is my favorite player ever. Love is better. Yeah, that was a perfectly thrown ball by Jordan. That it was a tough catch for Reed. Romo said it's not a drop, but it was. You'd like to have that catch go through.
You know there were no points scored.
Titletown. Jack eats crow. Someone was willing to donate $20 to say Jack eats crow.
The Packers to win the game.
Crow is actually very good.
I just think you like the Packers.
Ziggy, I had the Packers -3 today. I thought it was a lock of the year.
Yeah, no, Paul was the one who was saying, "Oh, this Green Bay team, they're gonna struggle because the Lions are just unbeatable. You can't beat the Lions up front."
Well, I've had that drilled into my mind, Ziggy.
Paul, I've actually never seen Paul pick a winner ever. But yeah, I did have Green Bay -3.
I've never picked one winner.
I think you lose every time. Like when you when you like the opposite side of me, I'm thrilled. Yes.
Can't be true.
I can't recall anything.
Remember that Auburn-Alabama basketball game?
We're putting this one to the chat.
I actually don't.
Is Paul a winner or a loser? Come on.
Let's find out.
All right. Thank you, chat. This is important. Yeah, we're coming in hot off the beginning. Although now it's
gonna shrink.
Can you please? Let's go ahead, Jack.
I'm voting loser.
No. You can't on my own account. All right, yeah. Jack voted winner. Now look, as my fandoms go, loser would be historically accurate.
I think as everything goes.
It can't be. I hope.
I mean,
not.
it only takes a fool to put the Lions in this game in Green Bay.
Yeah. I mean, I based my decision based on recent evidence, and I felt confident Detroit would win. You just said a lot of Packers fans would have picked the Lions as well.
They're fools too.
Well, it's when it's your team, you get nervous. But this is why people like listening us watch to the Packers, is because we can treat them objectively. And the objective fact I knew going into the game was this Packers team was great.
Titletown T
Paul
must be a
biased.
Steeler
He
fan.
didn't want to see it, but
Is Titletown T a Steeler fan? Why the Titletown name?
Paul is a winner, just a dummy. Hello, Shark, as well. All right, so
maybe that's the right. You're a winner, just a dummy.
Just a dummy. Yeah. I'm just a stupid winner. All right, so let's do a final little look around here, and we'll call this a show.
are we gonna have a show tomorrow morning?
I don't know yet. We're kind of figuring that out still.
We will have a reaction to the Vikings-Bears game.
Absolutely, we'll have a Monday Night Football. Oh,
so come
dude,
back here.
It'll either be a great celebration or complete misery.
That was a very close poll, by the way.
56-43.
But
I mean,
but a winner.
43% of people saying you're a loser is a lot.
Hey, but again, glass half full, quite literally here.
I'd be
with 56%.
I'd be 98 to a winner.
I don't think you want to put that poll out, Jack.
I
I don't think you're not with this group, not with after what's come out of your mouth.
This is the wrong crew to put that poll.
Oh, Ziggy's aura farming right now.
I mean, this will be.
Oh, look at this.
That's aura farming from Ziggy if I've ever seen it before.
You have to put Jack.
You
too.
gotta be kidding me.
You gotta put Jack now too.
Dude, come on, let's get someone. Look at Ziggy. That son of a. And it almost looks like he's basking in the sun right now.
Winning is so easy. I don't know why you don't do it more often, Paul.
All right. Put Jack out. I want to see the Jack poll.
Yeah, put me on.
I bet you.
We got the gut reaction from the fans. Ziggy winner in a landslide.
I bet you it's more winner.
Oh, no,
it's
Jack.
more winner than you think. I guarantee you.
You vote winner when
I'm
this comes
guessing
down to it.
70-30 loser.
I think it might be 88%.
80-20 winner.
This is gonna be
Putting winner on our poll. That's stuff we have.
Hey, you're coming in, Jack. You're making close.
We have
66% loser right now.
136 votes in like a second.
What about producer Zack?
Yeah, Jack's getting eviscerated out here.
Yeah.
It's actually closer than I actually thought you'd be like 80-20.
I thought I'd be considered a winner.
Let's see, from Eric Wallace, who's been a member for 15 months. Thank you, Eric. You're always engaging with the channel. It's very nice of you. Rodgers is my all-time favorite player. I'll be wearing a Rodgers-Packers jersey to the game in Pittsburgh. I hope he crushes this season, but he'll keep Jordan Love.
Maybe I'll see you there.
In case you don't know anything about producer Zach, I'll tell you all you need to know for this. He's a Dolphins fan.
We're gonna vote loser on our account for Zach.
Producer Zach will get some love.
Yeah, Zach will be a winner.
So, all right, let's recap as the votes for producer Zach come in considerable favor of him being a winner. Congratulations, Zach.
Thanks.
I'm sorry, Jack. You kind of did that to yourself, and I don't think you're a loser. I don't think you're a loser. I just think you rage baited the Packers fans.
They're upset to root for the real title town.
So let's just blast through this here. If anyone has any takes, Eagles beat the Cowboys in a close one. Chargers beat the Chiefs. I was hoping Mahomes would get a chance to go down the field and win that
team's
game.
done.
It doesn't look good. You know what? In the same sense that the Packers had just a massive win today, I think the Chargers had a very relatable win on the AFC side of things.
I would feel better if it weren't Brazil. Brazil, it feels like it almost doesn't count. Like anything can happen in Brazil.
What? The hell does that mean?
Do you not feel I feel like international games just don't count.
I mean,
I gotta get that same vibe.
You know what I mean? Like if they beat them like in Kansas City or even in LA, it would just feel different.
But I mean, in LA would have just basically been Kansas City. Anyway.
This is a huge monkey off a back, though.
Yes.
Like week one, you beat the Chiefs.
I think the Chargers and Packers both had wins this week where it was like, okay, like we can compete.
I didn't realize the last time the Chargers beat the Chiefs. Okay, never mind.
When was it?
It was September 2021.
Yeah, that's the same
Clyde
time.
Edwards-Helaire game.
That's the same time the Packers last beat Detroit in Lambeau Field, I think. September 2021.
Yeah, the three leading receivers for the Chargers that game. I'll give you the top four: Keenan Allen, Mike Williams, Austin Eckler, Jared Cook.
Yeah,
we have
the Chiefs. The leading receivers were Travis Kelce, Tyreek Hill, Mecole Hardman, Joe Fortson, and Byron Pringle.
Jonathan Exler said, does the Broncos hype belong to the Chargers? Paul's a winner. No, thanks. Paul's a winner. Look at this show. Almost 3K views. Much love, y'all. Thank you, Jonathan. And yes, I did get your badges. I will get back to you on that. I saw those.
If Exler says you're a winner, you're a winner.
That's huge. That's exactly the point I've been trying to make all offseason was the Broncos are overrated. You saw today.
The Broncos won a game today.
They could have, if Cam Ward didn't take 40 yards worth of sacks at the end of the game and they kicked a field goal to go up 15-13 or whatever it was at the time, Titans might win that football game.
I mean, Nick threw a dime to Sutton in the end zone.
I think the Broncos are fine. I just think that all the talk about them being a 12-win or 11-win team is like, all right, come on. Like, let's relax here. Beat a good team. I think the Chargers are better than the Broncos.
I'd probably say so, too, yeah.
I mean, the Chargers, I had them as better than the Broncos. I totally agree with you, and they had the bigger win. But we'll find out week 3, right?
And to be fair to for any Broncos fans who are listening, if we have a single Broncos fan listening, win's a win. It's week 1. You got to iron out the kinks here, and then you move on. So getting a win is great for them. I still have my doubts, and I don't like Sean Payton, as everyone knows.
We got a donation from Steven. Thank you, Steven.
Thank you, Steven. What do you say? PFS Power Rankings: 1 Ziggy, 2 Zach, 3 Paul, 4 Paul, 5 Paul's sister.
5
geez.
Jack. No, Paul's sister's 1. Paul's sister.
All right, so Dolphins, Colts. Sorry, Zach.
But there's nothing to talk about.
Yeah,
That's
nothing.
the only take.
I will say though, I was pretty surprised. I thought, despite all the issues the Dolphins have had this offseason, I thought that they had a lot of firepower on offense. When Tua is there, they've typically been stable, and to get ran out of the building by the Colts is not good.
You see, Daniel Jones was the first quarterback ever he played. It was like 7 offensive drives to lead a scoring drive in every drive he played.
He's like Ohio State against Notre Dame, basically.
Yeah.
Jeez. Steelers, Jets, we talked about. Jaguars over the Panthers. Jaguars, sneaky
Panthers-
AFC team to
the
watch.
Panthers
No,
stink.
yeah, I thought Carolina would be
but
better.
it was still a good game. Like Trevor Lawrence looked legitimately good.
Yeah, no, he did.
Trevor played better. Hey, how about ETN? Hey, how about ETN, baby? We're in fantasy drafts and
How about
143 yards.
Chuba Hubbard.
Come on. Cardinals over the Saints. Nothing
That was
really
closer
there.
than it should have been, probably.
Commanders over Giants. Good win for Washington. We'll see them on Thursday Night
Get Jackson
Football.
Dory out there
We
already.
talked about the.
Seriously.
What did Russ finish with? What was his official? 17 for 37.
The Giants' defense isn't bad.
No, they did their job.
No, like you have to
the
get
box
Jackson.
score makes that look like an absolute blowout. The
No,
Giants kept it very close.
It was a one-score game for a
It
while.
was
of the afternoon.
14-6 for a while.
Yeah.
You got to get Jackson Dart out there already.
The Bengals finally, for the first time in it's been 3 straight seasons of 0-2 for them, right? This is the first time that they've won a game now in 4 years. Start the year 1-0.
Remember last year when the Bengals beat the Giants and I took them out of my power rankings?
Yeah.
They did that to me week 1 this year.
Yeah, but the defense wasn't horrendous. The Browns actually, did you see the Browns missed the kick to take the lead?
I had the Browns money line today.
Browns missed the kick. Like, it was very
Yeah,
Cleveland
but I
thing.
don't want to hear the defense didn't look horrendous against the Cleveland Browns, and the offense
But
wasn't.
this is,
nearly good.
but this is a typical AFC North game. Like this is what happened. The AFC North is always tough games.
The North is weird.
Yeah,
To go on the road to Cleveland is always a little weird.
It's a good win. Burrow, we said this on the show, has the most losses since 1999 of any quarterback against the Browns, which is insane.
I would have liked to see more.
Raiders. This was another take I had. The Patriots being way overrated coming into the year. The Raiders went in. Pete Carroll, game 1. Geno brings a high floor for them. I couldn't get behind all the New England hype, and it's
You won't believe who led the team in receptions that game.
Myers.
For who?
Jacoby
Jacoby Myers.
Ziggy,
Ziggy, yeah.
Zag hits.
the great
Congratulations.
the great mighty and powerful Genti averaged 2 yards a carry.
Yeah.
Well, I will say this though: Ashton Jendi had a really great touchdown run.
Yes, very. Yes, he did. What was it, like 3-yard run, 2-yard
He
run?
looked solid this game. Like obviously, I mean, you'd like to see a little bit more out of him, but this was a Geno Smith game. They didn't need a lot from him when they really needed him. He delivered. It was a fine game.
The Niners going to Seattle, and you know what? I know that Purdy nor Darnold were particularly great in this game, but again, another division matchup. Going on the road is always a tough place in Seattle to win. So big win for the Niners to get their season off on the right track.
Christian McCaffrey is back.
McCaffrey. I thought he was okay, right? I didn't think.
I mean, I thought in the receiving game, like 9 receptions for 73 yards.
Yes,
Besides
yes,
the Purdy
yes,
Pearsall,
yes.
like he was the number 1 receiver by a mile.
Yes,
on that team.
Pearsall had a couple
Purdy
big
had that
catches,
great
too.
throw to Pearsall at the end of the game on the sideline.
Yeah, no, big win for the Niners, who I think can win like 12 or 13 games this year. Not because I think they're a world beater, because I think that they're just a light schedule that they should be able to run through without injuries. We talked about Titans Broncos. Of course, we hit the Lions Packers. Rams over Texans. We touched it briefly, but I think both teams kind of look disappointing. We'll see what
Neither
goes.
team feels good about this game. I mean, you'd rather
Yeah.
win the game everyone feels bad about, but you're not happy.
And this is leading right into the Ravens and the Bills, which is about to kick off. So, all right, for the reaction here, Packers 27, Lions 13. We just ran through every game, guys. I don't think other than the Colts, the Colts and the Chargers, right? The Colts, Chargers, and Packers, 3 big winners of Week 1, I'd say at this point. And you got to be feeling, oh my God, if you're in Green Bay, you got to be feeling so good right now. We've had over 2,000 people for basically this entire stream. That's really cool for us. That's a record.
This
Appreciate
shattered
it.
our record.
Oh,
Appreciate
shattered our
it.
record. We really
Appreciate
appreciate it from everybody. we're going to we'll be back definitely tomorrow night for Vikings and Bears reaction. I'm not sure. Maybe you'll see something in the morning sneak out, so we'll keep everybody updated there. But any closing thoughts for you guys? You happy with week 1 so far?
Oh yeah, and I have Chinese food at home waiting for me, so I'm excited to go eat that.
If the Vikings win, I will be happy with week 1. This was terrible. I'm sorry. Why? Like, Micah Parsons is on the Green Bay Packers. They just dominated the Detroit Lions. This is going to hang over.
But hey, let's be optimistic though. Detroit. I think I would have been more upset if Detroit blew up the Packers, because then I would have been like, oh man, like we just can't. With Green Bay, at least there's a sense of like, oh, maybe
Green Bay is a new threat. The Lions are still going to be us because they're going to be pissed off.
Yeah,
and figure
way
it
to
out.
put me. Way to just put me down.
You can't beat Green Bay either.
Yo. Oh gosh, yeah, they looked so good. All right, we'll wrap it up there before we spiral out of control. Appreciate everyone for being in the comment section, engaging, leaving questions, donations. It's been awesome. We're gonna have a great season, guys. So please remember again to like, comment, and please subscribe to the channel. We're chasing down 50K. Let's be real. We're shooting for 50K. A little ambitious, but that's our goal. If you could subscribe.
Tom Grassi can come out and say he's chasing 1 million when he's 130,000. That way we can say we're chasing 50K when we're not even 30K away.
Yeah. All right. So hopefully